Hello everyone, this is Simon Stevens from Inception Designs. I'm here to show you how to install our new drift pump kit onto your paintball gun. I did a video already which actually talks you through all the features and the options that are available with the drift pump kit. So if you haven't seen that one already, I recommend you go find that, take a look for it, and watch that one first. This one is going to talk you through how to install the kit onto your gun. If we transition over to the overhead camera. Okay. So in this case, I'm actually going to be installing it onto one of our mini FLE bodies. These are ultralight. I absolutely love this for a pump gun because it makes such an ultralight setup. And what you're going to get for this is a mini length pump rod, which actually comes with the auto trigger pivot screw already installed. And it comes with our quick disconnect system on the front. And then you're going to get your pump kit with a mini front block setup. And so let's just open up and show you what comes in the kit. Okay, so you're going to get your pump handle assembly, which is in this case a mini front block system with integrated VASA, has 2 gas flow transfer ports for great flow. There's going to be 2 O-rings, one either side on the pump guide. The pump guide itself is machined out so you get extra volume, and it is fully fluted along the full length, so there's minimized friction from the surface contact, and any dirt actually that comes into the pump handle area will go into the flutes and it won't stop your pump handle from moving, and it'll just go into those grooves so your pump handle won't bind. In conjunction with our quick disconnect feature, it makes it really easy to maintain the best pump stroke possible. Pump handle itself has 2 PTFE infused Delrin bushings. They are only 400 thousandths long, which means this is all that is actually touching in the on the guides and on the anti-twist rod. So you get such low friction. It's absolutely beautiful. And in this case, there you go. You see with the pump. This is actually the Hitman plate, which we have available as an option. And you end up with just such an absolutely smooth, beautiful surface. And if these pieces wear, you can actually just push them out, replace them with brand new ones. But that is the only contact area in the pump kit when the pump kit's working. So this part doesn't touch in the pump handle. And it means that the pump handle itself is actually completely independent. And we have 3D files that you can download, and you can print your own pump handles, make all kinds of crazy designs. And because all the functionality is in the pump plate, the pump handle can be anything you like. It really isn't important to the functionality. So that's what we get there. And we're going to take this and we're going to install this onto the front of the gun body. Now, you're going to want to take this off. And you're going to want to put Dow 33 grease on this O-ring. Put it back on. And put Dow 33 grease on this second O-ring as well to make sure we're going to get a good seal. Very important that you have both O-rings. This one seals the pump guide to the front block. This one seals the front block to the gun body. It is critical that you have both of those. All right, then you're going to need a 3/16 Allen key. You're going to take your pump guide and your front block, put it onto the front of your gun body, line up the threads. Now you'll see that all of our front blocks, whether they're for an autococker or a pump gun, have this anti-rotation lip. And this is fantastic because it makes everything align perfectly and stops it from being able to be tweaked out of place. So when this is going down and you're tightening this down, you just need to make sure that that lip slides underneath the gun body as you're bringing it down. Okay, a little hard to do this and keep it on camera, but I'm trying. I'm going to make sure that it is nicely lined up. There's a little bit of play because of the tolerances in some of the gun bodies. You can shim that if you want, or you just make sure that it's nicely aligned and then tighten it down. And you're going to want to tighten this down quite strongly so that everything is all solid. So there you go. That is installed on the front. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pump arm assembly And here's our pump arm assembly. It already has the quick disconnect feature installed on the end of it. We do sell these separately, so if you have to take that off and reinstall it, the quick disconnect and the pump arm nut is threaded onto the shorter thread sides. We have 1/2 inch of threads on this end, and we have 0.6 of an inch on this end. So this gives you some versatility for different guns and for different back blocks. That's why it's like that. And we're going to put some VC3 thread mate onto the threads on here. You could use blue Loctite as long as you're bottoming down the back block, but a lot of times you don't end up bottoming down the back block. So I prefer VC3. Going to put it onto these threads, let it dry. It has to be dry before you install it. And then we're going to simply screw on the back block. And you're going to locate this, you're going to tighten it down and locate it into the rod. Now what you're going to want to have here is the center of your auto trigger pin being 4.8 inches approximately from the back of the gun body. And on this one, when I just screwed that in and brought it down as far as it would go and then rotated it back so that it aligned, we end up being 4.811 inches, which is fantastic because that means it'll line up beautifully when we put it onto the back of the gun body. Okay, then we're going to take a pair of, it could be a 7mm wrench or an adjustable wrench, and we're going to just put it onto that nut and remove the front screw. And this is the quick disconnect feature. So we just want to stop that nut from rotating. And it's a 7/64 Allen key. Just takes that 632 screw out of there. Okay, great. So we'll slide that onto the gun, see how it fits. I'll try and put that into the camera view better. Okay, and then what's real nice is we make sure that our spring is in our hidden chamber in the pump handle. So you have the spring return, but you don't see it. It doesn't get gunked up or get filthy. We're going to slide those components onto the front of the gun. And very simply, that end of the pump arm nut goes into the boss on the plate. Uh-oh, dropped my screw. That's not good. You. Found it. Never good when you lose screws. Okay, and then that's just very simply going to screw in and tighten into the pump arm. I'm trying to keep it on camera. And that will just screw into and tighten into the pump arm nut. Bring things around a little bit. Okay. And you want to make sure when you're doing this is really, really important, that your auto trigger pin stays pointing out at 90 degrees from the gun body. Absolutely critical. So to start with, you should put a little blue Loctite on this screw, and then you start off, it should screw in nice and easily, and it's going to start going tight. So you're going to want to put your adjustable wrench or your 7mm wrench onto that pump arm nut. Again, I'm trying to keep this in camera. And then you're going to keep that auto trigger pins 90 degrees to the body, and you're going to tighten down that front screw fully so it locks onto the plate. Okay, so once that is done, it shouldn't be able to twist. It should be tight. Everything will stay in place. You've got everything set up. Now, one thing I should mention is before you actually connect the pump arm at the front, you should make sure you have all of your hammer internals in here. So you need to have your spring inside, you need to have your hammer inside, you need to have your IVG inside, and you need to be ready to put your cocking rod in from the back. So that's the pump kit installed. Now all you do is you're going to put your cocking rod into it, You're going to put your bolt in, put your bolt pin in. We'll steal the one from this gun. This is a fancy soft touch bolt. So I can pick it up and show you. And there you go. And this is a really nice setup, having the mini cocker setup, or the mini cocker body style, but with the integrated front Vasa and the pump kit on the front. Awesome. Appreciate you watching the video, guys. If you want to learn more about Inception products, if you want to see more about our tech tips, or you want to see more about the history of paintball, please subscribe to our channel. If you have questions about the pump kits or any of our products or anything you see in this video, please post a comment below. Thank you very much. Bye.